I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Traveling with kids does not have to be stressful. Okay.
And before you get started with the video, I would like to say a huge apology throughout the whole video. Unfortunately, you're gonna hear my hair. My hair is rubbing against the microphone. I am so sorry. I didn't realize this was happening until after when I was editing. I do apologize, and I hope you can still enjoy the video. Okay, let's go.
Hello friend, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Lydia and I'm a flight attendant, and I'm here to tell you tips on how to make your travel more pleasant, how to make your travel easier, how to travel with your kids as stress-free as possible. Traveling with kids, everyone's nightmare. Well, not everyone's, but it's like parents' nightmare the night before, and it seems like passengers are on the plane worst nightmare. Everybody wants to be away from the kids. So I'm not even gonna make you wait. I'm gonna give you the tea right away. My number one tip, and I'm gonna be looking down because I did write some of the tips down. So my number one tip for parents traveling with children is book the first flight of the day. It doesn't matter where you're going. Doesn't matter. It'll matter. Now, okay, I will say this. If your finances allowed, if your schedule allows, book that first flight. Just do it. Trust me. And here is why. When you book the first flight of the day, you still have the rest of the day to go. So let's say that you are making a connecting flight and your first flight is delayed. It gives you time for the airline to accommodate you on the next flight. However, if you're booking a late flight or an afternoon flight and there's no later flights to go, guess what? You and your family could very well be stuck either at home, or God forbids, you could be stuck at whatever connecting city you were going. Let's say that you live in Florida and you have a connection in Chicago to get to Los Angeles. And for some reason you booked an afternoon flight, you get to Chicago, your flight was delayed, your flight to LA is long gone, and now you're stuck with kids in the Chicago airport. So if you book the first flight in the morning, that gives you a little more flexibility. So that's one thing to keep in mind. It also allows time for delays. So let's see that, your flight is delayed like 3 hours. Okay. If you book a 6 a.m. flight and your flight is delayed 3 hours, instead of being there by noon, now you and your family are going to be there by like 2 in the afternoon. No biggie. Versus if a PM, let's say you're taking a nonstop, let's forget about the connection. You're going on a nonstop and is delayed. You and your family could very well be getting to your destination at 1, 2, 3 in the morning. And we all know kids at that time are not happy campers. I don't know how old they are. I don't care how old they are. They're not going to be happy campers that late at night. So that's something else to keep in mind. One little thing that I'm going to throw in there real quick is never, I repeat, never book a flight the same day as your event. So let's say you're going on a cruise on a Sunday. Don't book that flight for Sunday morning thinking you're magically going to make it to your cruise. If you're going to go on a cruise, if you're going to do whatever you need to do, and you know that it starts on Sunday, leave Saturday. When you're planning, plan ahead, spend that extra money. It's going to do you good. It's going to do you good. Now, my number 2 tip, which is also important, is know your child. You got to know your child, your mom, your dad, your cousin, uncle, titi, tío, tía, whoever you are, grandpa, grandma. Know the kid that you're traveling with. Try to keep their day as normal as possible. If you know that your kid naps, so for example, me and my family, one of the reasons why I love taking that first flight of the morning, my kids, they don't wake up at 6 a.m. So if we have to be on a 6 a.m. flight, the ride to the airport, my kids are knocked out. Okay, we get to the airport, they play a little bit, I try to burn them out as much as I can, and then guess what happens when we get on that plane? They go right back to sleep. Now, You need to know your child. You need to plan. I think that's the big tip here is plan ahead. You need to plan their meals. So I know my kids, usually they wake up around between 8:30 to 9. So if we're on that plane at 6 a.m., right at 9 a.m. when my kids wake up, I have their bento boxes ready to go with their foods, their favorite snacks ready to go. So they'll get up, they'll snack. If we're still on that flight, they'll snack on that flight. If we're at the airport, they'll snack at the airport. If wherever we are, they'll snack, because that's their schedule. They get up and they usually have their fruit. Then, or whatever your kid does when they wake up. If they have a bottle, give them a bottle. If they have a sandwich, whatever your kids do when they wake up, try to keep their day as normal as possible. If they have a set time where they play, so let's say after you guys have breakfast, your kids want to play, your kids want to do activities, have that available for them. So if it's, whether it be like a drawing book, like a storybook, a game, their tablets, their iPads, just do it for your sanity. I know some parents limit the screen time. Not when we travel. When we're traveling, we're on vacation, let them get away with it. Let them have their fun. So yeah, have activities planned for them, trying to keep their days as normal as possible for them. My tip number three is, I don't care what airline you're flying with. I don't care if they let you check the bags for free, if they charge you an eye for the bags. Again, plan ahead, budget. Sorry about, I don't know if you can hear the airplane. Budget for that bag and check that bag, honey. Just let it go. Let it go. And this is for my moms. I'm talking from a point of view of mommies traveling with younger kids. If you have older kids and they can handle their own carry-ons, by all means, bring it on. But if you're traveling with little kids, you are the one that has to carry their stuff, just check it. And all you want to do is bring a little backpack, something comfortable that you can handle that while taking care of however many kids you're with. Bring that along with you, and inside of it, bring two changes of clothes for each kid, just in case, because you never know. We know what happens with airlines, which it's another thing. Know your contract of carrier. Go on the airline's website, see what happens if they lose my bag. What am I entitled to? I'm going on a cruise. What kind of compensation can I get? What happens? How long can I go without my bags? That's if it were to happen. But nowadays they have so much technology that losing bags is not something very common. Like, it could be delayed for like maybe a day or two. That's why bring at least two change of clothes for your kids. Whatever happens to you, you're grown. You can deal with it. And also make sure that in that bag, we go back to the food, we go back to the activities that the kids are going to be doing at the airport and on the plane. Okay. My tip number 4, and this goes for big kids, little kids, babies, everybody. My tip number 4 for you is, yes, bring your little backpack, and next to your little backpack or a purse or a tote, bring a pillow. Bring a blanket. Not all airlines sell pillows and blankets, and if they do, they're going to charge you an eye. Okay, they're going to charge you an eye, an arm, a leg, a kidney. They might ask for your firstborn. I know you have plenty of pillows. You have plenty of pillows and those little blankets that they sell everywhere. You can go anywhere and pick up a blanket cheap. Check out Amazon, whatever you do, but bring a pillow and a blanket. For my babies, both of them, when they were babies and they were lap babies, I used to bring a pillow, and if I was traveling with my husband, between me and my husband, we would put the pillows on our lap, and my baby would take the best naps on that pillow, because when you put them on skin to skin contact, they get hot. They don't, am I touching that? Sorry. They get hot, they don't sleep well. But when they're on a pillow, especially if that pillow smells like home, it has a familiar scent, it just relaxes them, and they go, they're at ease. Now, I recommend bringing a pillow and a blanket for flights that are 2 hours or more. Okay, especially now with the summer coming along. If a flight is less than 2 hours, that plane is sitting on that hot tarmac. Okay, it's gonna take a while to cool off. Okay, you're not gonna just take off and your airplane's gonna be like the inside of a movie theater, nice and chill. No. So most likely, if you're going on a flight that is less than 2 hours, most likely that flight's not going to be cold enough for you to want a blanket. But if you're traveling anywhere and your flight is 2 hours or more, definitely get comfortable. Bring that pillow, bring that blanket with you. It doesn't I'm not telling you to bring a comforter. I'm not telling you to carry it. No, you're not going to be doing all that. But it's something small enough to make your kids feel comfortable. Let them take that nap. Remember, you're taking that first flight of the day. Don't come at me, whoever, but take that first flight of the day. Trust me. Let's see, my tip number 4, bring your own food. Bring your own food. Your kids are going to get hungry. There's plenty of food at the airport, but it's just way too expensive. Stop. You're going on vacation. You can splurge when you get to your destination. Stop buying the airport food. First of all, it's not the best food in the world. It's bad food. Bring food that your kids like. If your kids like chicken nuggets, I'm sure you got some chicken nuggets in your fridge. Just put them in a container that keeps them warm and give it to them. They're not gonna know the difference. They don't gotta go to McDonald's. Period. They don't gotta go to Chick-fil-A. They don't need to have that. You'll have it when you're on vacation, when you're at your destination, wherever it is you're going. Okay. Pack your own lunch. You can bring food through security. Okay, you can bring your food through security. Repeat with me. I can bring food through security. Everybody's so paranoid. Oh, you can bring food. Yes, you can't bring liquids more than 3 ounces. However, you can bring all the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches your heart desires. You can bring your fruit. You can bring your crackers. You can bring apples. Any apples or fruit. Anything. You can bring whatever you want through security. Bring the food. Now, if you're traveling with babies, yes, bring your formula. Yes, bring water to make the formula. Don't forget the water. You can't get those items through TSA. Educate yourself. Go on the website for my mamas that are nursing. Yes, you can bring your express milk. You can bring your milk. If you're pumping and you're carrying your milk around, yes, you can have that milk with you in your suitcase. So keep that in mind. Ice packs are allowed if you need to keep that breast milk cold, or if you need to keep your kids' food cold. If you're bringing something that is cold, bring your ice pack. It is allowed. Check the TSA website wherever you are. Now, this does apply to people traveling in the United States. I'm not sure how it is in a different country. Oh my gosh, look at me thinking somebody in a different country is going to watch this. But yes, this applies for people traveling within the UK. Okay, now I'm going to read straight from the TSA.gov website under permitted and prohibited items. Okay, so here it says, may I pack food in my carry-on bag or check bag? Yes, you may pack food in your carry-on or check bag, but remember, all food must undergo an x-ray screening. So that's one thing, you do have to put your food through the x-ray. I mean, if you're okay with that, again, bring your food. Foods that are liquid, gels, or aerosol must comply with the 311 liquid rule. And the TSA officer makes the final decision on whether certain items are permitted. I'm telling you, my kids and I have traveled all over, international, domestic. They're like, I put the food separate, I take it out of the bin, and every time they ask, oh, is the food for the kids? Okay, I have never had them go through the food. They're like, and they'll tell you, usually, you know, when you're going through the TSA screening process, they're like, do you have any food? Make sure you take your food and liquids, take them out, take them out. They're gonna go through the screen. It's gonna be okay. Bring your food. Now, for my nursing moms, under the same permitted and prohibited items, and this is on the TSA.gov website, you can find that. I'll link it down below. Is breast milk, formula, and juices. They even added juices, like juice, exempt from the 311 rule. And it proceeds to say, formula. My Spanish is going to come out. Formula, breast milk, and juice in quantities greater than 3.4 ounces or 100 millimeters are allowed in carry-on baggage and do not need to fit within a quart-sized bag. Okay, they are allowed and they do not need to fit within a quart-sized bags. These items should be separate from other liquids and gels, which moms, who's putting our Who's putting our breast milk together with our toiletries? Nobody, but I guess they felt the need to add that. They should be away from other liquids that are limited to the 3.4 ounce. Ice packs, freezer packs, frozen gel packs, and other accessories required to cool formula, breast milk, and juice are allowed and carry on. If these accessories are partially frozen or slushy, they are subject to the same screening as described above, which I guess you can go above and see what the screening is. You may also bring gel or liquid filled teethers, can, jar, and process baby food in your carry-on. And again, these items may be subject to additional screening. So again, bring food for your kids. Come prepare yourself, and everything will be fine. And again, I can't stress it enough. The number one thing is always be ready. Have a plan A, B, C, D when you're traveling with your children. Stress, you can go from having a great day to be completely stressed just because you forgot Timmy's blanket or you forgot. Just plan. Like, take the time a week before you travel, pack those bags, check those bags. Forget it if they're going to charge you $30. Maybe travel with an airline that doesn't charge you for checked bags. Wink, wink. Okay. Travel with an airline that doesn't charge you for checked bags if that's an issue, and try to bring as less as you can, because believe it or not, those bags just add to the stress. Oh, do you have how many parents trying to juggle all these? You don't need that. How many times do you use all the stuff that you have in there? Just check it, put it in somebody else's hand, make it their responsibility. All you need, just think about the things that you need at the moment of when you're on the plane, when you're on that flight. And just because we're planning, we have our plan A, B, and C. Carry at least 2 sets of clothes for each kid that you're traveling with. And if you want to be, cute and pack an extra thing of clothes for you, bring it on. If your kids are old enough to bring their own bag, make sure that they each have their own little carry-on with 2 little, change of clothes, their snacks, their activities. Pretend like when you're traveling, you're kind of like you're doing everything that you do at home, except that you have to get on an airplane that's going to transport you from point A to point B. That's it. Try to keep your day as normal as possible for you, for your kids. If you're stressed, your kids are going to, soak up that and stress themselves as well. So those are my tips. I hope they help you. If you can think of anything, please put it in the comments down below so that other moms, other family members, anybody traveling with kids can benefit from that. If anybody sees this video, I hope it helps you. I hope it relieves some stress. Again, like I said, I've been traveling with my kids all over. It's not scary. I'm that mom that people are like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know there was a kid on this flight. Oh my God, Nancy, I didn't even know that you were on this flight, except that you were talking. No, but really, like, I'm that mom that nobody knows, and everybody tells me your kids are so well behaved, but guess what? I keep their day as normal as possible. They are in those play areas. Check that out too. A lot of airports have kids area. They have kids play area. If you see one, go for it. Let your kid run up and down the terminal. Let them burn some fuel, right before that flight. Another thing that I love, mama, let me see, what is this called? Let me see. Nursing. Mama Ba. For my nursing mamas, my nursing and my pumping mamas, Mama Ba. They are these amazing little pods located in some airports. They do have an application that you can download, and it will tell you between what gate, where exactly is located, what airports have Mama Ba. I hope I'm saying it right, but I utilize those so much, especially when I came back from work after having my son and my daughter. I would go in there, I would pump. They're clean. They're, you don't have to pump in the bathroom. You don't have to nurse in the bathroom. You can just go in there, have your time. Sometimes they have like, I want to say they have like some white noise going on in there. I don't know, but they have plugs. It's amazing. It's amazing. If you can find a mama va throughout the airport, definitely utilize it. It just works. Okay, but anywho, you guys, that's it for my tips. Again, I hope they help. I'll see you on the next video. I'll see you on the next video. Love.